Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news. Now today we have, hey yo man, we got some breaking news right here, man. It's breaking news right here. I might as well just call it that. All right, check this out, man. This here might be the quickest get back story I might have ever heard. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing it out there right now. It might be the quickest get back story you've ever heard. Okay, now we still waiting for more info to be released, right? Because you know everything is coming out and it's coming out drip by drip, drop by drop. By the time I give you this information out, something new will have come out and I feel like I need to record something else. Okay, now we're just trying to give it to you as we're getting it, man. So don't be at me if the information is a little bit off. I'm trying not to have it be off. I'm trying to cross-reference information and all this other stuff. But okay, I'm hitting you with what we have concerning the shooting death of Takeoff. Okay, lots of developments have been coming out. First off, Academics did his investigation, which everybody loved. You know what I'm saying? He did it days ago. The info that initially came out was that Takeoff was killed accidentally by his own mans. Okay, either that was true or that was an elaborate cover-up story, or it was a misunderstanding, which is normal when there's chaos. I'm almost positive they call that the fog of war. Now, everyone is studying all of the behaviors of everyone that was present at the scene based off the video that was released from TMZ. Okay? Now, and I looked at the video. I mean, I've been watching this video. You would think I was getting paid for this kind of detective work. I was watching it like incessantly, slow motion, different angles, all that other stuff. I'm ready to line up the sounds of the shots from the different angle, all that stuff. Okay? Look. From what we see, right? And what Academics played. After Quavo tried to walk away from the argument, okay? A popping sound caught people's attention in Takeoff's direction. Now, mind you, according to the camera, Quavo walks to the right, Takeoff is still somewhere in the left. And in the video, when you hear the popping, now you see a man standing by the door of the bowling alley. The man is looking at Quavo walking away, and then a popping sound is heard, and then the man turns his head to see what the sound was. Next thing we see, Takeoff is there, and there is someone next to Takeoff in a yellow hoodie. You probably heard about this a million times. You're just hearing it again, okay? It's being stated that the yellow hoodie person is someone by the name of Lil Cam. It's also being stated that Lil Cam was security of sorts for J Prince Jr. When the shooting happens, Yellow Hoodie was present and walking into Takeoff, it seems. Takeoff was shot in two places, as far as we understand, the torso and the head. And Takeoff seemed to be falling over when Migos Bands was approaching Takeoff and Yellow Hoodie. Yellow Hoodie, who appeared to have the satchel, ran across Takeoff and across Migos Bands and into the bowling alley. You see him at the door. Later, we see J Prince Jr. walking past Takeoff's body, which, may I add, is not a crime, but it definitely raises huge red flags and question marks. Listen, Yellow Hoodie is also said to be present when Duke the Jeweler was murdered. Another red flag, okay? Listen, man, I'm just throwing this out here, man. Ain't no loyalties for your boy. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no loyalties. A person done got killed. I don't like killers. I hate murderers. May they all burn and then be incinerated. You see, that's the way I feel. If you're murder or you're part of the murder, you should be in the incinerator, as far as I'm concerned. I don't care who you is. I don't care whether you're related to. I don't give a F about none of that. You know what I'm saying? If you committing murders, man, you got to go. I can't stand you. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be walking around on the planet with the rest of us. You know what I mean? Check this out. I don't care how you feel about it. If you don't like it, then get the F up off the channel. Check this out. You know what I'm saying? J Prince Jr. walks past Takeoff's body. That is not a crime, okay? But it definitely raises some red flags, okay? Yellow Hoodie is there when Duke the Jeweler was murdered. Another red flag. If my security is around every time my guests get killed, something wrong. You know what I mean? Something ain't right. You follow what I'm saying? Folks are looking at the behaviors and are arguing, well, what is normal behavior given the circumstances? Listen, if you invite a superstar guest to your event, right? And they are murdered and robbed at your event because it's being stated Takeoff's jewelry was no longer on him. If you invite a superstar guest to your event and they are robbed at your event, right? Haven't you seen that film before, man? Look, don't you see that in the mob films where they invite the nigga out for pasta and cannolis, and when they get in the car, the joint explodes? You like, yeah, I seen that film. That's that mob behavior. Yeah, it would seem like it, wouldn't it? Look, ain't it a terrible time to have the name Mob Ties? You know what I'm saying? Ain't Guardian Angels a better name to have at a time like this? The Street Saints? You're better off calling yourself the Night's Watch. At least then you can have a better chance of arguing self-defense. But when you have the name Mob Ties and weird, shady mob-ish keep happening around you, mob style, your guests are getting murdered at your brother's birthday party, man. Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen this film before. Maybe this ain't the same, like, maybe the sequence of event in the film is different. But I've seen this kind of film before. And I'm just telling you, this is based on observations. I could be 100% wrong. But we talking about it, right? We talking about it. We seen the video, and the video's been leaked out to us, so we talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Yellow Hoodie Security, right, is now stated to have been killed. Where? In Maryland? No. In Georgia? That would make sense, but no. The man is killed in the 5th Ward? Come on. I know they ain't killed his man in the backyard. I know they ain't killed the man in the backyard. Listen. We got to get into that real quick. Listen. You have weird behavior from the lighter corners of your camp, like Drake, right? Who, I think Jay Prince Jr. found him, right? Yeah, back in 2006, I think. Jay Prince found Drake. You got weird behavior from the lighter quarters of your camp, like Drake unfollowing Quay after the shooting, then suddenly following back. What up with that? You know what I'm saying? They got the timestamp and everything, man. Hopefully, Source got the picture up that I sent him of Champagne Poppy doing the unfollow, then the refollow dance. You know what I'm saying? That ain't a good look neither. That look real funny. You know what I mean? But anybody could do anything at any time, and everything's going to be looked at with a very close eye. Anybody on the mob tie side, they got to move different, because everyone is going to be scrutinizing every single action. Especially, listen, folks is acting mad weird during this situation, right? Now, Jay Prince came out yesterday. We posted his response, and he made a very interesting statement. This is what he says. He goes, quote, "Whomever is responsible for putting that bullet in my little nephew's head, let it be known that you can't hide behind me." You, who said anything about? Beside me or anywhere near me, because I don't tolerate dumb-ish. Close quote. I'm over here like, wait a minute. If someone from Migos camp accidentally hit Takeoff, why would they hide behind or next to Jay Prince? It makes it sound to me like Jay is saying, ain't nobody from Migos side pop Takeoff. It had to be somebody from our side, because only someone from our side would try to hide behind me. Now, if they not in your camp, how could they hide behind you? Which makes it seem like, so they in your camp. You kind of low-key might have, you know what I'm saying? Like, in a roundabout way, it almost sounds like you're saying they might be in my camp. It just don't make sense to me. I don't know. Perhaps there's something I'm missing. I told you I'm slow. I'm very, very slow. I might be missing something. But in a statement like that, why would someone from the Migos side hide behind Jay Prince? Who would naturally hide behind Jay Prince? Someone from Migos side or someone from Mob Tie side? It's got to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, you don't even got to think it through. But this is where it's stated. Anything you say can and will be used against you. I'm not saying Jay Prince did anything. I'm just saying that everybody noticed his silence. And then when he said something, folks zeroed in on what he said. And that's a funny statement to make. You know what I'm saying? It will be used against you in the comment section. And think about this behaviorally, right? It makes sense if everyone is looking at my son for me to jump in and play defense. I mean, if you're looking at my son, if you're going to try to get my son wrapped up in the nonsense, I'm going to play defense. But it looks crazy if my son invited a superstar guest to his brother's birthday party and then the guest gets killed twice. Because Duke, you see what I'm saying? And then my son casually walks away from what appears to be, he casually walks away from the body, casually leaving Quavo sobbing next to his nephew on the floor, that look crazy. Now, suddenly, right, on last night, Yellow Hoodie is allegedly murdered in 5th Ward. Tell me that don't sound like some mobster type ish. I'm not saying who did it. I'm just saying what it looks like. And folks can't just kill folks indiscriminately in front of us, because we've seen it, and walk away like that. Think about it. That shooting, whether he was lined up or not, has the potential to make a lot of mothers weep on some Southern War type ish. You know what I'm saying is real. And something tells me Yellow Hoodie ain't all that'll be demanded. I pray I'm wrong. I pray that I'm wrong. And I really mean this, because I would hate to see a war. I hate to see 20 people die that ain't really connected. But I want to say this, and I want to make myself crystal clear on this. Some folks will decimate a whole bloodline on behalf of their kin. And that's what happens when you kill, right? You don't know how much a person is loved until you touch them. And then the whole parking lot is full of niggas waiting for your ass. You know what I'm saying? To get out of work. Tell me I'm lying. You know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? If someone kills someone that you love, your son, tell me you ain't decimating the whole bloodline over that. You know what it is, man. And look, man, vengeance is supposed to belong to God. But, man, people, man, when they lose loved ones, man, they don't even hear that. They can't even hear it. Tell me I'm lying, man. Like Buckshot Shorty said, F where you from, it's about where you're at. If you a big dog in your hometown and kill someone who is loved from anywhere else, you are not exempt.